Hi everyone. I believe that everything is going well and also think that you guys are studying well and do study without losing your habit of learning. And today we are going to get the last portion of the first lesson, that is the transfer of power and freedom. Let us begin the last portion of the first lesson, that is towards independence and partition, the last phase 1935 to 1947. The last portion or the last part is transfer of power. Let us see the changed attitude of the British government. After the end of the Second World War, the world political situation has completely changed. America and Russia now emerge as the big powers in the European politics. The war marked the end of the imperialism and the rise of neo-colonialism. The British lost their form of power and position in the world politics. The British soldiers were not willing to stay anymore in India to suppress the Indian movements. They were very eager to go back to their own homeland. The trial of the INA members created troubles all over the country. The members of the Royal Indian Navy revolted against the British government. Large-scale labor unrest crippled the economy of the country. That means we can understand, after the Second World War, the political situation was completely changed. Earlier, it was the majority of the part of the world was ruled by the imperialist countries, especially Britain. But that system has changed. America and Russia turned to be the big powers. And also we can understand the Britain lost their former position and power due to the world politics and world wars. And her own soldiers are not ready to stay anymore in India or outside their own country. They want to go back because they are tired of the long duration of the war. And we can also understand that in India, people also was completely against the Britain. Therefore, the British government gradually changed its attitude. During the changed attitude of the British government, Viceroy Lord Wavell had brought a few of his plan. This plan is known as Wavell Plan of 1945. Let us see the Wavell Plan of 1945. In this changed situation, Viceroy Wavell released from jail all the Congress Working Committee members. Wavell now invited all the political leaders at Shimla on 24th June 1945 for the formation of the Viceroy's new council. He now proposed that all the members would be selected from the Indian political parties except the Governor General and Commander-in-Chief. This is known as Wavell Plan. Although Viceroy Wavell invited all the political leaders at Shimla for the formation of the Viceroy's new council and for the proposal, but it turned to be a failure because the Muslim League demands were being a different one and they proposed a different council with the demanding of for a Pakistan. M.A. Jinnah demanded the exclusive rights to nominate all the Muslim members from the Muslim League in the proposed council. He also insisted on his demand for Pakistan. But this claim was not acceptable to Congress for its national character. So the conference failed and nothing came out from the Shimla conference. However, Wavell unilaterally declared that the British government would resume talks with the political parties regarding the setting up of a constitutional making body. Now let us see the next change of attitude of the British government. Cabinet mission, plan and proposals. In July 1945, the Labour Party came to power in Britain. Prime Minister Clement Attlee decided to send one mission known as the Cabinet Mission. The purpose of the mission was to solve the Indian political deadlock. The members were Pethick Lawrence, Stafford Cripps, and A.V. Alexander. Their object was to find out peaceful means for the transfer of powers to the Indian people. The mission members held extensive discussions with the Congress, the Muslim League, and all the political parties. But they failed to reach on any agreed settlement on the constitutional issue. In the absence of any agreed solution, the cabinet mission announced its own recommendations on 16th May 1946. That means there is a new change has come, or another change that brought by the new party, the Labour Party that came into Britain with their Prime Minister Clement Attlee. They sent another mission to India known as Cabinet Mission with a purpose of to solve the Indian political deadlock. That's what was the Indian political deadlock. There was a tie-up or not smooth running, or doesn't have a proper running or a agreement with all the political parties such as Congress, the Muslim League, even other political parties. There was no agreement. This is not as a deadlock. Therefore, the cabinet mission came to solve this problem. But they could not able to come to an agreement. Therefore, they themselves, or the cabinet mission itself, began to announce their own recommendation. Now let us see what are the proposals of the cabinet mission. First one, an Indian federation comprising British India and the native states would be formed. Second, the center would control only the defense, the foreign affairs, and the communications. All other subjects were left to the provincial legislatures. The Indian native states would accede later. The provinces would enjoy complete autonomy and form three groups. That means the provinces will have a complete freedom. The rest, especially defense, foreign affairs, and communication, will be under the control of British. Let us see which are the three groups. Group A would be comprised the Hindu majority provinces of Madras, Central Provinces, United Provinces, Bihar, and Orissa. The three chief commissioners provinces, Delhi, Ajmer, Marwara, and Coorg, would join Group A. Group B would comprise the Muslim majority provinces of Punjab, the northwest frontier provinces, Balochistan, and Sindh. Group C would comprise Bengal and Assam. Evidently, Group B and C would be under the full control of the Muslims. This grouping was intended to give Muslim League the substance of Pakistan. Fourth one, each group had the right to opt out of the federal union after election of the legislative council under the new constitution. Each group was to settle its own constitution. Fifth one, for the election of the constitution making body, three main communities, namely general, all persons who were not Muslims or Sikh, next Muslims and Sikhs were recognized. Each group would elect its own representative by the method of proportional representation with the single transferable vote. Sixth one, the constitution making body would conclude a treaty with the Great Britain to provide for certain matters arising out of transfer of power. India would be free to decide whether it would remain within British Commonwealth or secede from it. During this constitution making, the cabinet mission proposed the formation of an interim government at the center with the support of the major political parties of India. This was or would be the cabinet plan of the division of India as per Group A, B, C, and other princely states or native states that we call. Rejection of Pakistan demand. M.A. Jinnah stood firm on the Pakistan demand on the basis of the two-nation theory. but the Congress opposed the two-nation theory of the Muslim League. Cabinet Mission rejected the Pakistan demand on the following grounds. First, the Cabinet Mission pointed out that a full-fledged Pakistan was impossible since it would be include a very large number of non-Muslims of Bengal and Assam. Second one, Muslim League demanded Pakistan on the principle of communal self-determination. On the basis of same principle, the Hindus of West Bengal would demand Hindu majority West Bengal including Calcutta. The Sikh would also demand Ambala and Jalandhar divisions. Third one, the partition of the Bengal and Punjab would go against deep-seated regional ties and would create a number of economic and administrative problems. The two halves of the proposed Pakistan would be separated by almost 700 miles, and this would create problem geographically. This would be not viable. So we can see that why the Cabinet Mission rejected the demand of Pakistan, as well as Congress opposed the two-nation theory of the Muslim League leader Jinnah. So first one, they already told that Muslim League it was not possible because there will be large number of non-Muslims will be included in the Pakistan presented by the Muslim League, that is of people non-Muslims from Bengal and Assam. And also, then if the Pakistan demanding on the communal basis, other states also can demand it, especially West Bengal as well as Sikhs also can demand the same thing. So there will be division will be more and more further, and it goes on dividing India into so many small divisions. Again, they also told that it may affect the regional ties of the people. Above all, it is geographically it is not viable or not possible because the proposed Pakistan will be separated near about 700 miles away. So the two half of the gap is there. So administrative level as well as economical problem, there will be created great problem. So that's why the rejection of the Pakistan demand was being done by the Cabinet Mission. Let us see what the intention of the Cabinet Mission now. The plan of the Cabinet was intended to be compromised in two ways. First, the plan placated the Congress through the rejection of the Pakistan scheme. Next one, it tried to pacify Muslim League through the creation of autonomous Muslim majority areas in some proximity. The center was to have narrow power, and this would also be a safeguard to the Muslim community. Why they not accepted the Muslim League demand and purported another compromise? Which plan they compromises? They given the plan placated the Congress through the rejection of the Pakistan. That means they satisfied. They bring out who's important more. The Congress important more into the scenario or the scene, and also they try to satisfy the demand of the Muslim by giving some proximity. Even though British government came with so many plans and missions to satisfy Indian people and the political parties that were for fighting against the Britishers for India's complete freedom or Purna Swaraj, were not happy with all the plans and missions, and finally the Cabinet Mission also was rejected by the people and the political parties. Let's know what are the reactions against the Cabinet Mission plan. First one, the controversy over the grouping of provinces. Congress rejected the proposal for an interim government because the principle of Congress League parity was not accepted to the Congress. Congress was not ready for the comparison or the equality that was done by the Cabinet Mission between Congress and the Muslim League. Congress also interpreted the grouping as optional. Congress also opposed League's claim that it had the only right to nominate all the Muslim members to the Executive Council. But the Congress agreed to participate in the Constituent Assembly for framing the Constitution of India. Muslim League accepted of the mission plan. Muslim League accepted the cabinet mission proposals because Muhammad Ali Jinnah interpreted the grouping of states as a tactical recognition of his Pakistan demand. Opposition of Punjab. The Sikh community strongly opposed the proposal because Punjab was placed in the group B with the other Muslim majority states. They apprehended that the Muslim League would dominate here. Last one, the different views of the depressed class. The depressed class was also divided into two groups, one led by Babu Jagjeevan Ram and the other led by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar strongly opposed the proposal because only one seat had been given to depressed class in the proposed interim government. Babu Jagjeevan Ram group supported the Congress stand. Okay, let me wind up today with these points. Please do the assignments which are attached to it. Till we meet again for the next class, stay home, stay safe.